Hey everybody. So I just want to say something really quick. It is defunding the police. I've seen this post going around by some women's group that's talking about that we need to stop calling it defunding the police because this is a toxic phrase and it creates division, and because people see defund the police and they automatically think that we're talking about abolishing the police force entirely. I'm just completely sick and tired of appeasing people who don't care enough to take time to research and learn about what we mean when we say anything. Defunding the police does not mean abolishing the police force, and you'd have to be an idiot to think that anybody of sound mind would want to do that. We've defunded education and healthcare for years, so I don't know why it's such a big problem to defund the police. And I don't like this idea that we need to call it something else. We need to call it reform the police, retrain the police. No, that's bullshit. We need to defund the police. That's what it is. Defunding the police literally means taking money away from the budget and putting it into other areas like potentially healthcare, social services, child protective services, mental health establishments, things that are more elements that are more well qualified to respond appropriately in certain situations when the police don't need to get involved. When the police getting involved simply escalates a situation. That's what defunding the police is about. And, you know, it just might actually help the police get better at their job because they'll be able to focus on actually fighting crime, real crime, not mental health issues, not issues that are outside of the realm of their scope of knowledge and understanding. But don't call it anything else. It is defunding the police. I really don't give a shit if somebody thinks that's a toxic phrase because they decide that it means something that it doesn't. You know, George Carlin used to talk about soft language and how we create these euphemisms to sort of change the meaning of what something is. We don't need to soften. Defund the police is fine. It's fine the way it is. And you know, we talk about like Black Lives Matter. I talked about a few months ago when the George Floyd murder happened, about how you need to respond to extreme problems in an extreme fashion, and hence, the protests, even the riots in some cases, in response to what's going on, even right now in Portland and Chicago, the feds stepping in and just shitting on the Constitution, arresting people for no reason, pulling them off the streets. We're living in extreme times, and the last thing we need to do is soften language and take away from the meaning. If it makes people uncomfortable, if some people think that it's toxic to say defund the police, then good. Maybe that'll get somebody's attention, because saying reestablishing, retraining, or allocating resources into better avenues for the common good, either nobody's going to give a shit and listen, or you're still going to get some of the same morons who are going to fight that anyway because they don't have any interest in putting money into these other areas. Democrats just rejected a bill where 10% of a $705 billion military spending bill would have gone towards healthcare and education, and Democrats cut that. So yeah, we're living in a time where we need extreme responses, and we need direct and truthful language. And honestly, I just don't care if people are going to be unwilling to do the research to understand what that means, what defunding the police means, just like they won't try to understand what Black Lives Matter means. I really don't care. I'm not going to appease these people by changing the language. Keep saying it. Keep talking about defunding the police and educate people if you can, if they will listen. That's all I have to say for right now. Thanks a lot. I'll be talking to you again very soon. Have a great rest of your day. Don't be afraid to question the consensus.